Hi guys, Ronda without an H here with you. Okay, so today I have a couple of things that I want to share with you. One is this adorable little artist trading card book, notebook, holder, whatever you want to call it. I have, in my recent video, I showed you how I made some ATC cards, and they are traditionally put in a holder like this, which this is a plastic holder. It's hard to kind of see this, maybe because of the plastic, but it has little plastic sleeves, and it has 9, 3 across, 3 across, and 3 across. So 9 total, and they fit the ATC cards very well. And if you recall, I was showing you how I do these, and let's just slip one of those in here so you can see how easily they fit. And traditionally, you know, you put 9 of them. But I thought it would be fun to come up with a little different format for these cards. So this is what I came up with. And I will just slip this off and we'll show you real quick, and I'll show you how I did mine. Just a fun little thing. And by the way, stay tuned, because I am going to tell you how you can win, possibly, your name go into a drawing to win an ATC card holder and this set of ATC cards, springtime, with it. So keep that in mind. Okay. Really simple. Look how fun. And if that's not enough, let's turn it to the back side and we'll show you some more ATC cards. Just small art. That's what we call it, small art. And this is, of course, a set that I'm going to be giving away. These are not, you know, it would just be this set that I'm giving away. But this is just to show you how many cards you can get in here. And this is such a fun, easy little thing to put together. So yeah, I thought, what a fun, different way. You know, you can put them on a shelf, put them together, collect them, hold them, be inspired by them, you know. And that is basically done with these. So, all right. So I'll go ahead and we will put this away for the time being. But isn't that sweet? Oh, I love it. I love it. And it's so simple. All right. So here we go. First of all, I took from some cardboard that I had left over from, just one sec. It's on the floor here. From some Raisin Bran cereal, and I kept the cardboard and I cut it to the size, and that's what this has been made from. So ATC cards are 2.5 by 3.5 inches. All right, and the sleeves that you put them in, the little plastic pockets, if you will, Those are just a little bit bigger so that a 2.5 by 3.5 inch card slips in nicely. So you're going to want one of these. And baseball card holders is usually what they're called. So, and if you don't have anything like this, perhaps you have some clear acetate or something of that nature that you could maybe stitch your own pockets. But for this project, I am using one of these. So it'll take this, and it will take some cardboard from a cereal box or something of that nature. And what I have done is I have cut down that cereal box, and I have just swiped some paint on there for this one. And that's all I did. It's kind of cool. I like the looks of that. This particular one I did differently. I covered it all with some paper and stitched around and covered the insides. So this is just a little bit different take on that, and that's fine. But you're going to need, how I measured mine was, I want the card big enough to hold this size of a card. And it basically, when I cut those apart and put them together, this is the size that it makes. And so your card holder is going to measure 4 inches by 3 inches. Okay? The side is going to be 3 inches, both sides. And then you're going to have 1 inch and a smidgen in the center for your spine to hold it nicely. And you can do one of two things. You can either put ribbon or a tie or something like that. You can glue it or stitch it on the front and the back covers, and then put your decorative element over that. Ooh, wouldn't that be pretty? So that you can tie it that way. Or you can do like I did on this one, is after I was done, I went ahead and made a tie to hold it in place. This is really nice. This holds, well, 18. Let's see, 9 and 9 is 18. But you have to take out 1, 2, so it holds 16 cards. And I'll tell you why in a minute. Okay, so you need some cardboard. You're going to need, let me measure the finished side of this. Okay, this is actually 7 and a smidgen. So it's 7 and a smidgen by 4 inches high. And I just scored with my bone folder. I measured in 3 inches, and then I put a straight edge, and then I scored it nicely, but you don't want to break it through, and then just folded it lightly and did the same here. Now what you can do, if depending on the size, you can always add something to your spine here. You can put washi tape, you can put other things to add strength to it if you want to give it more strength. But this, for the purpose that I'm using it for, I think it's just fine without. So you want another pocket, because we're going to create a pocket on this side with another piece of the cardboard, and that I measured 2.5 inches by 4 inches, and I'll explain that here. Let's go ahead and open this up so you can see. Basically, We are just creating, see, a little pocket, a little sleeve that our first plastic sleeve or holder just folds into, and that's what holds it all together. Isn't that clever? So simple, so easy. You can stitch around here, you can glue whatever it is that you do. Just keep in mind your, you know, you want it to be sturdy. Okay, so I want another piece that's this size, and I don't believe that I have extra. Okay, so we will go ahead and I will cut. I'll just do that while we're chatting here. All right, I want this to be 4 inches high, and I think for this one I will go ahead. I am just going lightly. I don't want to force it too much. When you force it, it can make your rotary cutter go a little bit off. So I'm going to do 2.5 inches here. This is going to be the pocket, and I'm doing it this other way. I'm not going to keep this, and this I don't want the fold in, so we'll go ahead and we will cut that off as well. Oops. You may be wondering why I've got these long sleeves on. Well, it's chilly. Oh, it's cold. The weather here has been crazy. We had a tornado here in Jonesboro a couple of weeks ago, which was my first tornado. We were safe. Here's the 4 inches. We were protected, but a lot of businesses were not. The mall was absolutely not in good shape, but we were very blessed. So this is going to be my inside pocket, and you can see I have just rounded my corners, and I'm going to do the same on this as well, so that this will match. And I want to gauge where the middle is, and I'm going to put this in. But before I do that, I'm going to cover this with something, okay? And I will put that little pocket in there. Then this will be ready to stitch up. And I'm not going to worry about covering this because you really won't see it. It's on the inside. Okay, so these are the pieces that we need. You can paint them, you can cover them with paper, whatever it is that you want to do with that will be fabulous. I was using some, this is from Bo Bunny, a spring line that I was using, and these just fit perfectly. So let's see, I had a few left. These are kind of from that same little pad. I've got, okay, so I could I'm going to cover this, and I had previously cut out some of my my dotted swiths, the old-fashioned, and I thought I might glue that or stitch that there. And where's the rest of it? We'll find it here. And to the front and to the back, and then to the spine, leaving just a little bit of an edging, and then I would put on an image on top of that, like I've done here. And you can say, you know, like this is springtime's what's in this particular one. Or you can put, I mean, whatever images that you would like to put there. I also have these adorable little digitals that I got from Tracy Fox with all these fabulous flowers. And so I thought maybe that would be kind of fun too. I could put one of those on the front and the back. Ooh, that's nice. I like that. I like the purple. Pink's cool too. The blue. Well, let's see. I also, as I recall, I put some of Tracy's images in my book here, my little holder. Well, let's see. Let's just play with this just a little bit. So what I decided to do, you guys, just for fun, in my Facebook group, I am giving my group members an opportunity to win an ATC set of cards like what I showed you a couple of minutes ago. These, that if they send me one spring ATC card, then their name goes in a drawing and they can win the set of 3 ATC cards back. And I've opened that up to my group, and I just got to thinking when I made this first little holder, I thought, oh, what a fun thing to do. And I decided I wanted it to open it up to all of my subbies. And that is that if you will send me one ATC card, springtime theme, then your name will go into a drawing. And you could win a set of ATC cards from me. This is the set with the holder back. So I thought that would just be a really fun thing to do. It just seems like right now we're, you know, with everybody being limited to home and whatnot, that we're, you know, we're looking for things to do to take our minds off the hard things, the realities. And so I thought this would be a fun thing, is having a drawing. And it will close on May 15th. If you have sent me an ATC card, you can either email me or you can post in the comments under this video that you have sent one, that it's on its way, and I'll wait for it. But those that do that, I will then put your name in a drawing, and you may win an ATC card holder and this fun set of ATC cards back as well. That's kind of, you know, send me one, you might get 3 back. plus this cute little card holder. So that's what's going on there. And I will put links. I'll put my email link and I'll put my address. All that will be found in the descriptions below the video here. So, okay. So keep that in mind. So I may want to use these and just trim, or I may want to come up with something completely different too, because I think this paper is gorgeous. So I may want to do that. I don't want to have this video be super long either. So what I'm going to do is I'll tell you the steps and I'll show you the basics, and then I'll show you what I come up with when this is finished, and what I'm going to open it up for whoever is the winner. And depending upon the number of entries, I may actually do 2 winners. I will have 2 of the ATC trading cards by the time I'm done here. So we'll just kind of leave that open. That will depend. If I get 3 participating, I'm not going to pick 2 winners. Then I'll just be like, nobody loves my art. I'm never doing this again. So I hope some of you, if not many of you, will choose to participate in this particular project. Okay. So basically what you're doing is you're covering the front, the spine, and the back. And we'll pretend that I have already done that. And you're going to cover the inside of the front and the back. And you could, if you want, you could go ahead and paint this, and that could be fine. You don't have to do anything more to it if you don't want to. But if you want to embellish it more, you want to have that little, extra something, you can put some papers in here. You can make it as frou-frou or as, whatever you would like to do. So you'll glue the front, spine, and back. This, although you're not going to put this on the back because you're going to have a pocket here. So whatever you decide to do with the pocket, that's what you will go ahead and glue or stitch, whatever you do here. And then when you're finished with that and it's the right size, then you can, with a circle punch, you can cut, you can punch out the little indent that makes it easy to access that pocket. So you would decorate that. The pocket would be the last thing that you decorate. Then you're going to put it on, and you're going to, if you're gluing, you're going to need a sturdy glue, and you're just going to put a thread, just barely, because you want the pocket to be as wide as possible to be able to fit your plastic holders in there. And then you would glue that. I will likely put a little thread of glue, and then I will go ahead and stitch because I have a sewing machine and because I love that element, but it isn't a have to kind of thing. Okay? And then what was that? Did you hear that? I hope something didn't go wrong with my... I hope I'm still recording. That sounded very odd. Okay. Let me just show you real quick before I finish this up, what I did to cut these apart. I used my straight edge, my ruler, and I went just a smidgen above where the pocket is, but below where the pocket has been attached. I don't know if you can see that, but you can see those little dots. That's where it's kind of glued down, if you will. And so this one is ready. Well, almost ready. And now I am cutting the second one. Okay. And then we have this. I'm also going to cut this off, but it'll be cut off on the left, or if you got it here, then it would be on the right. You don't want to open it up by cutting it too close to that stitching. Okay, so that's the part I'm cutting off. All right. And then I can fold my pockets, and it will be easier to fold when you have the ATC cards in there, because they actually give stability, but you can fold it where the stitching is. And you do like the accordion fold, back and then forward, you know, one way and then the other way. Otherwise, they would not fit in your book, in your holder here. Sorry, let's close that up. Okay, so I'll have the 3 pockets this way, but then I need to put them together. So let me go ahead and show you. Let me finish this up real quickly here. Let's finish cutting those off. And so that's that one. And then there was one more right here. We will grab that one. Okay. And if you're using a rotary cutter, I was reminded about this, leaving my rotary cutter with the guard off, and that was a good reminder for me. Keep your guard on when you're not cutting with it, if that's what you're using. Okay, then I'm just going to put those together with tape, just clear tape. Very simple, very easy to do. And this is just tape that strapping, strapping tape. Let's see. I have a reason for what I'm doing here. Okay, let me get that so you can see that. Now I'm going to go approximately halfway over, and I'm going to fold that down. Okay. Oh, and don't have little goobers in there, or whatever that is. And extend it beyond what you need, because this will just be cut off. And then I'm going to line this up with my other piece here, putting those together. Okay, I'll use my bone folder to kind of see if you can see that. I know it's kind of tricky. difficult to show you this, but this is so simple. And then what I do, open this up and cut the little excess off. I got a little bit of a tail there on that one. And then I'm going to turn it around and I'm going to cut the excess off here as well. And voila. Okay, and it will fold right there. So then you go ahead and do the same thing, and you will repeat with the other one as well. And that will give you your nice line, and you have 16 slots that you can use, keeping this first one to go inside. Now what I used for this to go inside was just a heavy piece of cardstock, manila folder, something like that. And I cut it just to the 2.5 by 3.5 inches, and I use the corner rounder, and then it just slips in nicely, and that gives stability so that it will slip in the pocket just like this. Okay. Oh, and see this one, I didn't even use a corner rounder on it, and this was a scrap piece, you know, so it was like, anyway, very simple, but it gives it enough stability that you can, you know, slide it in and out as you would like. Okay? All right. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this up, and then I will come back and show you what I have done. All right. Okay, I am back, and we are finished with our ATC card holder. It's just really sweet. It was simple. Here's the 3 cards that I have promised, and just works like a wallet, a expandable wallet. This was just super fun, and this one I went ahead and made the ties so that they wrap around. So when you get a bunch in there, of course, you know, it will expand with you. Tie it in a bow, and there you go. All right. Thank you for joining me, you guys, and I hope you will participate in this fun little, oh, I don't know what you want to call it, but in a drawing to win an ACT card holder and 3 of my ATCs, springtime themed. So to recap, you just have to send me 1. It can't be a copy, it needs to be an original. ATC 2.5 inches by 3.5 inches, springtime themed. And that is it. All right, guys, until next time, have a fabulous day. Oh, sorry about the paint. Bye now.